Hello and welcome to day 6 of the challenge series. Today we will look into solving problems that would require the application of self joins. Let's revise what is a self join. So a self join returns a result by establishing relationship with itself and compare data within the same table. In other words, you can join a table with itself and establish a parent child relationship. So let's say we have the cat table and this table contains the name of the cats. Now, let's say there are some cats which are mother of some other cats which can be determined from the mom ID column. Now, in order to establish or determine who is the mother of which cat, we need to apply the self join. So, the syntax of self join is very simple. You have the fields that you want to select, and then you give a different aliases for the same table that we are joining using the self join, and then we give the condition. Now, please note that the join condition doesn't have to be on equality always. It can be any condition you want. So join usually checks if the rows satisfy the given condition. So if you give the conditions like greater than or less than or not equal to, then also the join works. It sounds bit complicated, right? But we will look it in the practical exam. So now let's look into our business problem of the day. Okay, let us now look into the business problem. So the business context here is that marketing wants to send targeted offers to customers in the same city, like bring a friend and get 20% off. To do that, we need to find pairs of customers who share the same city. So in our approach, we will have to apply the self join here. We'll have to join the customer table with itself. But wait, here the customer table does not have the city name, right? So we will first need to join the customer table with the address table and address table with the city table in order to get the city of the customers. And then we will join it with itself to determine which customers live in the same city, right? Let us now look this into practice. Okay, so as discussed in our approach, we'll first get the details of first customer. So we'll get the detail of the first customer with their customer ID. We will take the first name and last name and we will use the concate function to concate the name. So concate with the first name and then the last name. So this would be our customer one name from customer C1. Now we know that the customer table does not contain the city detail. So for that we need to join both the address and the city table. So okay, so here I mentioned C2, it should be C1. Now we'll apply inner join and join the address table. So we'll join the address table and give it an alias A1 on the address ID. So we are joining the two table on address ID. And here we now apply another join to join the city table. Let us give it an alias CI and we will join it on the city ID. So we join the address table and the city table with city ID. Okay, so here is the detail of the first customer that we wanted. Now let me show this result first. Okay, so we have the customer ID and the customer name, and we also need the city. So we'll take the city also. Now let us execute and see. So here is the detail of the first customer. We have the customer ID, we have the customer name, and we have the city. Now this is the table that we need to join with itself in order to get our result. So for that we will join the customer table first and we will take the detail of the second customer. So for the second customer we'll use the same concate function and concate both the first name and the last name of the second customer. Let us also take the customer ID. Let us give this customer one ID, and let us also take the second customer's customer ID. Customer 2 underscore ID. Now here we'll apply the concrete. We applied the concrete function and we'll join. So this is the self join. The self join does not require any keyword. When you join the table with itself, it automatically interprets the table that it is joining with itself. So this is the customer table that we are joining. So this is customer C2. Now on the condition that we need to join is C2 dot customer ID is equal to, it will not be an equal to condition. I'll show you why it will not be an equal condition. It will be a non-equi self join. So we'll need to apply the non-equi self join here, and let us also join the address for the second customer. So we'll need to apply the inner join and join the address table as well, and this would be A2 for the second customer, and we are joining it on A2 dot address ID is equal to C2 dot address ID, and we'll also need to join the CT. So A2 dot CT ID is equal to C2 sorry CI dot CT ID. Now let me show you why did we apply this condition. Let us first suppose if you apply the equal to condition, then it will join those records where the customer ID is equal. That is, it will give the same person's repetition. Let us check that how. So if you give an equal to condition and execute this, so if you see the customer ID is same, the customer names are same, and the city is same. So we are getting the same person's record twice, right? So we have details where we get the same person's detail twice. That is the reason we did not join on the equal to condition. You can give an any other condition. Let us say we take the not equal to. So here let us see the result first. So here if you see, now we are getting the customers pair who are living in the same city. But here also if you see that we have the duplicacy here. So in order to avoid such condition, we need to give any one condition, and let us this execute this. So here if you see, this is the final output that we want. So here is our final result where we get the customer pairs living in the same city. So this is how we apply the self join, and it is important to remember that many a times the self join is joined on condition other than equal to. That condition or that kind of join, we call it as non-equi self join. Okay, here are today's tip for you. So whenever you apply self join, give aliases to each occurrence of the table in order to reduce the ambiguity for the SQL interpreter. And in order to avoid duplicacy of the record, whenever applying self join, you can use the condition less than or equal to join the table with itself.